What's up guys, Woo here and I'm back again with another Division 2 build video, and I'm bringing in my WWE themed build again, and this is the Sting Scorpion Death Drop build for PvE, and this is my glass cannon, huge DPS, yes, with 3k skill power, and it is insane for PvE, and you are dealing so much damage to NPCs. The elite bar enemies are rinsing, they are burning, they are exploding, they are bleeding. They are full of status effects with this build. In the background, you can see heroic content. This is a foursome. We were doing Man in Zoo on heroic, and it was a superb experience. And as you'll see very shortly, that finished top in terms of kills and some nice skill damage as well. And this build does shine. It really does. 2 offensive skills. There's no healing on the build. Yes, this will not face tank. You are very, very squishy. But, yeah, boys and girls, this is all about dealing cracking damage via your primary and your sexy backpack, which will keep generating some extra weapon damage for you guys. And yes, this is the ultimate Sting Scorpion Death build. Yes, guys, this is on Sting directive. You see what I've done there. But, guys, take a look at this. Let's do it. Yes guys, we're here back once again like the Renegade Master with another wrestling themed build, and today we're going to talk about this man Sting, the legend of WCW that didn't have enough time in WWE, may I add, but still an absolute kick-ass wrestler throughout the generations. Now, this guy is insane, just like this build. And this build, yes, you are squishy. It is not for PvP. Don't use this against other players. You will get murked. You'll be down like butter. Yes, so do not use this against other players. But what you do need to do is use this in PvE because it rinses. It's great for heroic content, especially in a group, because you're dealing some really nice DPS with this build. It's just really good. But anyway, enough for all the jibber jabber. Let's do this. Guys, yes, I'm rolling with an Earthgun specialization. I'm rolling with that because I want 3k skill power on this build. I want to unlock my mods, the best mods that I have available for this build. So I need about 3k skill power, or 2944 to be exact. Now, you can see I have 13 offensive stats, 4 defensive, 5 utility. I'm rolling with 22.1k damage. That's quite nice. You know, yes, could be higher, we all know that, but once you see the weapon and the stats, you'll see how it all kind of synergizes together and how it absolutely shreds. And I'll demonstrate at the end of the build just how powerful this weapon and build is. Now, there's 935 RPM on my primary weapon. My armor is 238,400, yeah, which is in the skill power range, in all fairness. That is a little bit squishy, but I have 82k health, which is not bad. But again, I have that 3k skill power that unlocks all the mods that I need to really synergize this build and make it work for me. Now, let's go through the mask. It is Fenris Group AB. That's 10% assault rifle damage. I've got some nice attributes and talents. 52% damage to elites, 6% critical hit chance, and 25% damage to elites through the talent hard hitting. 77% in total, and yeah, this is a nice mask. I mean, it's perfect for a weapon-based build, and that's what it is on this build. The skills, they just proc all this damage on this build. It's really nice. Now, one thing I would add, if you're going to roll or mimic or imitate or try and copy the best way possible this build, what I would recommend is a high-end mask, simply because you will get that damage to elites and a very high number as well. Not to mention you will have that hard hitting talent. So take a look at this, and this is again a template, a blueprint, whatever you want to call it, for this build. I find this is the perfect way to do it, in my opinion. You guys may think otherwise. That's what we're all about, is having this fantastic opinion, and I like this mask. It's quite nice. Now, the chest piece is ongoing directive. I'm rolling with the 4-piece. That unlocks the entirety of the talents on the gear. So, 2 pieces gives me 25% bleed damage. The 3-piece is emergency requisition. That's combat resources, armor kits, your ammo, your nades, within 40 meters of you are collected when your weapon is reloaded. The right tool, which is set bonus 4. Killing an enemy affected by a status effect drops explosive special ammo. And may I add, that explosive ammo is slapped right into your magazine, so you will have 30 explosive rounds. That's nice. Now, what you got to think about with this, it will proc a talent. Yep, pretty cool. It will consistently proc a talent for you that will generate more damage. As you go through the build, you'll see what and why. Now, the attributes are headshot damage, skill power, and 15% weapon damage. It's nice. That's the maximum you can get on the chest piece. Vital for that 25% health. Weapon damage, assault rifle damage, and shotgun damage. And the other two mods are defensive mods with armor, explosive resistance, total armor, and utility mod, skill power, increased blind, and XP weak point kills. This isn't a very good mod in terms of attributes, but in terms of skill power, the volume, it's what I need. I need to get to, again, 2940, and again, this will push me to where I need to be. So if you have better rolled mods or some higher skill power on the build, then don't worry too much about these. It's just to get that skill power to 3k, and that's, again, essential for me on this build. Now, the holster is, again, ongoing directive. I have skill power, health, 2 offensive mods. I have weapon damage, assault rifle damage of 4%, and the same again on the second mod. That's nice. Actually, I have 8% assault rifle damage on the build. That's pretty cool. And the holster is ongoing directive. I'd have loved, absolutely loved to get calculated for that little scorpion bad boy on this build to make it absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately, it just does not synergize with anything on this build. I wish it would, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So, sorry, folks. However, this is a nice one. It's got critic chance. It's got an offensive mod, which is assault rifle damage, and armor, explosive resistance, and more total armor. The gloves, they're not BTSU, so happy days. They are, again, ongoing directive, skill power, assault rifle damage. You can get that assault rifle damage a little bit higher. You can get that to 12-13%. So something to bear in mind once building this. Again, you're missing out on 6% assault rifle damage right here. But I do have a weapon damage mod, which has got 4% assault rifle damage. So 11% right here, which is pretty nice. Now the backpack, which makes everything tick. Yes, it's strategic alignment, and with that, it's the China Light Industries Corporation. So that's 10% explosive damage, critical hit chance of 7%, armor 9,000, and 11% weapon damage, which is cool. Perfect spark, damaging enemies with skills or explosives grant 20% weapon damage for 15 seconds. 20%, that's pretty cool. Now, you've got to think about this. How can you get this ticking all the time? How can it get consistently procced? And again, as you see, as I've gone through the build, ongoing directive 4-piece. Yeah, again, I'm going to get that special ammo, which will proc perfect sparks. It's explosive damage. It's nice. And then we talk about my primary weapon, which will go about very shortly, and also the skills, which synergize perfectly with this backpack. So yeah, guys, it is a fantastic talent to have. Even if you just have spark, again, I think you lose 5% weapon damage, it's still excellent on this build. So spark or perfect spark, obviously if you've got the latter, that's better, then happy days. Hardened for that 15% total armor. I am squishy as is. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I ran out in a hurricane, I'd be gone with the wind. So I'm a little bit squishy. Skill power, increased blind, increased burn. Again, you can see I just want that big volume of skill power as 157. Now, we've seen the gear. Let's take a look at the weapons. And the primary weapon is the Pyromaniac, which is amazing on this. With 4-piece ongoing directive, it is perfect. Perfect for this build. Everything synergizes. It's like the strategic alignment in all effect. It works a treat. Now, I have 22.1k base damage. That's 935 RPM. 40 in the mag. Perfectly ignited, which is deal plus 40% weapon damage to burn enemies. After 2 kills, applies burning to the next enemy you hit. Now, we've got to take in consideration, I'm not rolling with a fire status effect skill. What I'm rolling with, again, are 2 other skills that deal skill damage, but won't proc this. However, once we get 2 kills, I get the burning effect, so that's free. 2 kills, the third enemy, he's gonna feel that burn, he's gonna feel that really insane 40% weapon damage. And not to mention, there is full of materials and red canisters that need blowing up. You will see a lot of areas and positions where you need to use your noggin to make sure you are aiming for those to deal and proc that damage. You'll proc Perfect Spark, and you also proc, yes, this talent. So that's 55% weapon damage, is quite nice. Or 60%, even better. Sorry guys, I'm missing out on 5%. I'm thinking about Spark. 60% weapon damage all day long. LA Growth, 10% rate of fire. Just, yes, it's the best talent, or best middle talent to have on this build, in my opinion. And Stop, Drop and Roll, but while equipped, rolling removes burning, bleed and poison status effects, can occur once every 60 seconds. And the mods, accuracy rounds, critical chance and damage to elites. And 77% on the mask, 5 here, so 82% in total. The secondary is the Merciless Exotic Rifle, and I'm using that for only one reason. Everyone will use this for one reason, and that is brutality. While holstered, landing a shot has a 5% chance to deal 100% damage as explosive damage. And again, I'll show you in the range shortly how powerful this can be when it procs. And it's a treat. And we'll also proc, yes, Perfect Spark. Accuracy, reload speed, weapon handling and stability are the fixed mods on this Merciless. And finally, we're looking at my 93R. I use this on my skill builds because it's got Rhythm on. Well equipped, enemy kills have a 5% chance to refresh active skill cooldowns. Can occur once every 60 seconds. And they're the two mods. I use that simply because of in Rhythm. Now the skills. My secondary skill is the Stinger Hive. Has a refill speed of 4 seconds, 22 charges, 151 health, 69,482 damage. It's not too great. In fact, that's wrong. Let me change that. Right. I'll retract that. Let's do it again. So refill speed, 4 seconds. Charges 22. The damage is 131,320. PvP damage 21, but it's not PvP, so just don't go in PvP. But anyway, with this build, Now, again, I was using this as a healer build before, so yeah, it does okay. But damage, yes. Anyway, back on track. The God Roll mod, that's 2937. That's why I've got, again, 2944 skill power, so I can unlock this damage mod. You can see the damage boost up, well, double, from 60 odd K to 130k, so you can see where I'm going. Charges and more charges, and that will get me that 22. If you have recharged on one of your weapons, then that will be infinitely more. You'll get about 24, 25. Now, my primary skill is the Striker Drone, and I'm using this that will proc Perfect Spark. What you got to think about is one hit on an NPC, and then, yeah, what happens? You will proc that extra damage from Perfect Spark. That's crazy. That's really good. And again, you're consistently doing so. Aim at an enemy, happy days. You're in a good place. Now, you can see the mods I'm using. Striker damage, damage, and damage. You could use a skill haste on there if you want. I've just gone for some nice damage on this build. All out raw damage, because there's no skill haste on this at all. 18k damage, that doesn't take into consideration damage to elites, which is 82%, may I add. Now that's the gear. You've seen what I'm rolling with. Let's take a look at the stats. Now 22k weapon damage, 186 PvP weapon damage. Again, it's not for PvP. 26.5% critical chance, 25% critic damage, 59% headshot damage. My all weapons damage bonus is 33.5%. That's pretty cool. And then 51% AR damage bonus. That's nice as well, to be fair. So overall 84.5%. It's a nice place to be. And then you have 82% damage to elites. You can see how strong this build is now and how hard it really hits. 10% explosive damage, and that'll go nicely. And it pairs with the Merciless. So 110% explosive damage I'll get. So that's nice. You can see 238k armor, max health 82k, max explosive resistance 7%, and there is no skill haste whatsoever on the build. I just want to do damage. That's it. So I don't really mind about the skills not coming back as quickly as anticipated. I just want to do damage because, again, you will rinse through NPCs. You'll just, yeah, everything you come against, you will absolutely shred on this build. Now I'm going to show you in the range how effective this is. Let's change it. Oh, we're already on very hard. Now we'll just take a look at these NPCs. Some nice elite enemies there. So we'll take a look and we'll see how long it takes for Perfect Spark to proc. There you go. You can just see how powerful it is against elite enemies. And as soon as the explosive damage procs from the Merciless, yeah, it's even stronger. And this goes at about 100k whenever all the stars are aligned. There you go, 100k on damage to elites. That's just a chest shot as well, just a body shot. And in the range, you will not get back the ammo from ongoing directive. So again, you're not going to see this in the range. As soon as you get into the real world, you will see the ammo go back in the clip, which is really nice. For some reason, it doesn't proc in the range, unfortunately. You can see there. It is really cool. So NPCs go down very, very nice with this build. Perfect Spark is active 99% of the time, which is nice. And again, there's no skills proc there whatsoever. Once the skills are procced, you're laughing all the way to the bank. This is my on Sting directive Sting Scorpion Death Drop build for PvE. I'm loving it. It is an immense amount of fun. If you want to deal some damage, and a lot of damage as well in a short space of time, also have some skills that will again just boost that DPS and also deliver some nice skill damage, you are laughing all the way to the PvE bank. This works a treat, and you've seen it works in heroic content as well, in a group. For solo, I wouldn't really recommend it, in all fairness. You don't have enough sustain on the build. But in a group, yeah, guys, if people can keep you alive, you are rocking and rolling on this build. Now, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, I'd like to see you drop a thumbs up. That helps me, helps the channel immensely. And also, if you enjoy my content, then please subscribe for more Division 2 content. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.